Alright, hi guys. So, I'm back and I decided I haven't done a video on mental health in a while, so that I come on and kind of do like an update and get into kind of what my diagnoses are, or my disorders, or whatever it is. And yeah, this might be like a couple parts, but we'll see. So, lately my mental health has been very good. I've been feeling really upbeat and just happy. I did have a bit of a slip up the other day where I got triggered. I don't even like that word, but it is true. Like, certain things can set me off and then I will spiral. And when I spiral, I dwell on whatever it was that set me off, and then I'll just kind of go, like, it just snowballs. Here's Nala. So yeah, it'll just snowball, and I continuously think of it and continuously think of negative thoughts about myself and how people perceive me in negative ways. And then it can, if I don't get it stopped or don't express myself, then that can go on for a while. And I can be in a funk for days, weeks, longer. Or if I can get myself calmed down, or if like Paul notices it, he can get me calmed down. So yeah. So luckily I didn't spiral bad the other day, but it started. So anyway, so some of my disorders that I have, let's see, is I have depression and anxiety disorder. I have ADD. I have bipolar tendencies, and I have suicide ideation. So, and then I also have eating disorder that is always a struggle for me. So obviously right now I am bigger because I was trying to deal with it, and this is what happens. So that's always a struggle. I think that's always going to be a struggle for me, is my weight and how I see myself. So I'll get some definitions of some of that stuff. Obviously we know what depression is. We know what anxiety is. My anxiety, I have many different triggers for my anxiety. Sometimes it doesn't have to be anything. I can wake up and then I just feel like I can't catch my breath. I feel like the world's about to end. I don't know why. And yes, that's just my generalized, I guess. I can wake up that way. Or it can just hit me, and like I could be sitting here and it could hit me, or what have you. So other times I could be out. If I find that somebody's getting too close to me, that gets to me. Like I'll just completely lose train of thought, which goes with the ADD, and I'll lose my train of thought. I won't even be able to finish what I'm shopping for, or remember what I'm shopping for, because I'll be too focused on the fact that somebody was too close to me or seemed to be following me. Nobody's following me anywhere, but you know, you get into your own head. And so yeah, so that's a big one. I should have wrote this down because now I've kind of drawn a blank. The bipolar tendencies, I guess, that they have, which is basically just my mood, like very severe mood swings. So I could be super happy and outgoing and having a great time, and then all of a sudden, especially if I'm triggered, that's usually what happens, and then I will go from very happy to basically suicidal in like 10 minutes. And so that's what that is. And like I said, I've been very good with that lately. And then the suicide ideation, which that means is that I have suicidal thoughts. I'm kind of, I should say, I don't know if obsessed is the right word to say, but I focus on like suicide stories. If I hear somebody that was suicidal or that committed suicide, I can get very focused on that story as to why they did it, how they did it, And I've said this before in some of my videos where I've been very down, that suicide is always in my brain. It's always floating around there as to what could, I was gonna say what could take me out, but it's that I want something to take me out. It's hard to talk about because nobody wants to hear that or talk about it. It's a very sad and hard thing, but I think of if I could just, you know, if somebody would kill me, like attack me, or if my car would go off the road when I'm in it by myself, obviously, or if just different scenarios like that in my mind, that just so that, you know, I could be gone. And so yeah, those are some of the things that goes through my mind, and that is something that's always in, like, every day that goes through my mind at some point. And some days it could be, if I'm really low, it could be making a plan of how I would go about things, and other times it could just be kind of floating around in the back of my mind. There's no plan, no, you know what I mean, no wanting to do it, but it's always kind of floating around. So that's always fun to deal with. But yeah, like I said, it's a lot that goes on, and I've been feeling really good lately, mentally, and you know, most of those things have not been bothering me. So like I said, I did kind of start to spiral the other day, and also if I get very tired, that's another thing that will, with my anxiety, if I get overtired or if I'm not getting enough sleep, then I will start to spiral, and something that might not have necessarily bothered me that much will send me over the edge and send me to start me to spiral, which is kind of what happened the other day. And then Paul helped calm me down and just said, like, you just go rest, go get some sleep, and then I felt so much better when I woke up. So that's a big thing for me, is sleep. And I'm trying to think what else with the anxiety thing, because I get so many triggers with the anxiety, and change is another thing. Like, if there's any tiny bit of change, it will send me off. Like when my dollar store switched up their work setup there, that, like, there's a video of me realizing that, and I didn't even want to go in there. Dollar store's my favorite spot to go, and that sent me into a tizzy, because I do the same thing every time I go in. So I go down the same aisles, I look at the same things, and when I can't do that and I have to readjust, that really messes with me. Same with anything, like, I've had this one forever, because if my father changed, my father used to always have a beard, and then if he shaved it off, that would send me into a fit. And still today, I don't like that. If he has a goatee, if he shaves that off, not happy about it. So just things you need to usually stay pretty much the same for me. If there's any change, it will throw me off, especially if I'm not expecting it to happen. Yeah, I think if I can think of anything else, I'll just make another a video on it. Maybe I'll start writing them down. That's another thing with the ADD. Like, I can't keep anything straight, and I do have to make lists, because if I don't make lists, I will never get anything done, because I'll forget it. I'll go into a room, as most adults do, because we just have so much going on, but I'll go into the room to do it and completely forget what I'm doing in there, and do like 4 or 5 other things, come out, and I still won't remember probably until that afternoon or something, and I'll be like, oh frig, I wanted to do whatever, and then I'll have to go back in. Now it's here to help. I'm here, Mama. Yeah, I'm here, Mama. Oh. So yeah, and then I got my little emotional support doggy here. Yes, you know, Mama. Yeah, so she's been coming with me different places, which has been good. And yeah, so I think that's it. I just wanted to give you guys a little update on that, and I am going to start, actually, I need to call up my therapist who I was going to before, who actually diagnosed me with most of these things, and start going to her again, because I think it's important where I do have all these things and I do have these thoughts and I do have, and even though I'm feeling good at this moment, when I'm not feeling good, I go downhill pretty fast and pretty serious depression. So I think it's just good all around for me to stick with seeing somebody for a bit. So I'm going to get on that and try to get a hold of her and make some appointments. But yeah, other than that, that's my crazy mental health so far. I'm sure I'll pile more on there as I get older. It seems to be like more and more just keep hitting me. But anyway, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.